Hello, friend. Myself, Sanjeev Devedi, and on behalf of Vidyalankar Institute of Technology, I welcome you all in this Java session. In this session, we'll be talking about constructors and garbage collection. So, what is constructor? Now, constructor is a special method of a class whose name is same as that of class name. And the primary objective of constructor is to initialize the object. Now, mind you, constructor does not create object. Constructor is called once the object is created, and we need to initialize the members, the data members of the object. Now, for example, if we have, if we have class A and class A has data member int x. Now, when we create object a1 equals to new a, ideally, and at the time of creating object, I'm not passing anything. This will call the default constructor. Now, whenever a class is created, irrespective whether you specify or not, there is always a default constructor. And what is the job of default constructor? It initializes the object member with default value of the data type. So here the data member is integer, default value for integer is 0. So we will have a1 with x initialized to 0. Now how it happens? So see, in this class there is a default constructor. System provides this, but can we create our own constructor? Yes, we can. And this is what we call it as constructor overloading. Now constructor, like the way we discussed, it is a special function name same as that of class name. Now we do not specify the return type, even access specifier, let's say. Okay, need not to specify, but okay, since the constructor are called when the object is created, so let me specify the access specifier. So this is a default constructor. I am overriding it, and let's say this initializes my data member to 5. Now the system specified default constructor will initialize it with default value of the data type. This is user defined default constructor, and I can specify the value I want to initialize with. Now we can have parameterized constructor also. Let's say public a int p, and we can say x is initialized to p. So now in order to call the constructor, I have to specify a2 equals to new a, and suppose I pass 20 to it. Now here at the time of creating object, I am passing a value. So this will call the parameterized constructor. So for object a2, we have x initialized with this value 20, which will be assigned to x. So what is the job of constructor? Now constructor is a special function with name same as that of class name, and it is called every time the object is created. We can have different types of constructors. So here when we say about constructor, if I'm not specifying any argument, we will call it as default constructor. We can specify the arguments, we call it as parameterized constructor. Now when it is called, depending upon the argument that I'm passing at the time of creating object. So here while creating a1, I'm not passing any value, so it will call default constructor, initializing a1 to 5 since we have overridden it, and a2 at the time of creating object a2 I'm passing 20, so it will call parameterized constructor. Now there is one very important aspect that I want to discuss, and that aspect is this. Now suppose I have not specified any default constructor, correct? So all we have is something like this. All we have a class A with integer value, and we have only parameterized constructor. Now what will happen is, if I'm creating a2, I'm passing argument, there is no doubt it will call this parameterized constructor, and x will be initialized with 20. Okay, this is done. But now what will with a1? Now student will say, अरे a1 का क्या? आपने कहा कि अगर आपने ऑब्जेक्ट बनाते समय कोई आर्गुमेंट पास नहीं किया है, तो it will call default constructor. But mind you dear, remember, if I have created even one parameterized constructor, then remember, अगर मैंने एक भी parameterized constructor बनाया है, तो वो जो डिफॉल्ट वर्जन ऑफ डिफॉल्ट कंस्ट्रक्टर है, नाउ इट विल सीज टू एग्जिस्ट, अब वो एग्जिस्ट नहीं करता है. तो फिर then student will have a query कि this means that every time if a class has a single parameterized constructor, even one parameterized constructor, then are we supposed to create a default constructor also? Well, it is not compulsory, but if your program intends to call default constructor, now in this case, since class A has only a parameterized constructor, if I am not creating a1 object, if I am not creating a1 object, I'm only creating a2 that is supposed to call parameterized constructor, then there is no need for me to create a default constructor. But if suppose I intend to create object that will call parameterized constructor, then I have to in this default constructor, there is a parameterized constructor. There is no default constructor created by me. If at the time of creating object I am passing argument, it will call parameterized constructor. If not, ideally it should call default constructor. But if there is even a single parameterized constructor, then the inbuilt version of default constructor will no longer be present. And in such cases, it becomes kind of mandatory to create a default constructor, if at all I intend to call one. So this is about constructor. So constructor does not create object. It initializes the data member for the object. So let's go back to constructor is a special method that initializes the object immediately after creation. So once the object is created, constructor is called automatically. It has same name as that of class in which it resides. And when constructor is not defined, Java executes a default constructor, which initializes all numeric to 0. Now, when I say 0 for integer, it is 0, for float, it is 0.0, f for double, it is 0.0, and so on. For string and object, it is null. Once defined constructor is called automatically immediately after the object is created. Constructor do not have return value. So इसलिए हमको void भी नहीं देना. We're not even supposed to specify void. Remember this. So let's say this is one example. When constructor method is defined with parameters, I mean, obviously it will be the different value set can be provided to different constructor. Let's say, for example, I created a class rect with data member as length and breadth. It is a parameterized constructor. So we do not have any default constructor here. So in main, if you see at the time of creating object R, I'm passing 4,5. At the time of creating object R1, I'm passing 6,7. So the point here is since at the time, suppose if I create rect R2 equal to new rect and I'm not passing any value, then there will be a problem. Because ideally, according to us, it should call default constructor. But then now default constructor is no longer present here. Now, there is one important aspect. These are non-static data member. So we have a constructor which is non-static. There is a built-in static constructor that initializes the static data member. But there is difference. Ideally, we should not relate constructor with static data member. So for the time being, you should understand constructors are called automatically when object is created. So constructors are meant to initialize non-static data members of an object. This is about constructor, and it plays very important role, especially in inheritance also. So normally we will see in inheritance what role it plays. So this is about constructor in Java. Thank you very much. For further detail, do refer reference book Java to complete reference.